A smile a day keeps everybody away. No, no, no. So sweet. I want to share here with you what I realize and what is really, really kind of interesting, which I say all the time. Everything is so interesting when you observe yourself. Everything is so interesting when you observe yourself. You know what I realize is that you have to lose your mind before you can come to your senses. You really do. You have to let go of what the mind is gripping onto, circumstance, of everything. It's like, you know, and all of these constructs that I like to say that the mind comes up with are just this and this. However your circumstance is, it's like dictates to you, like what you think of reality is, but that's what you're focusing on. So, and when you think like that people are against you, or gonna judge you, or gonna, you know, a lot of it is really subconscious, and that's what I mean by losing your mind, because you feel like you're losing your mind when you actually get real with yourself. Do you know, when you get real and let your child out again, you know, and start, I would say, playing and lightening up and not taking everything so seriously. Right, Betty? This is my little cat. Yeah, she's here and she knows. She pays no mind to anything, do you? You just do. You're just reacting. You're just reacting. We have a choice. Our mind is an amazing thing, and it's something to definitely, we don't really want to lose, because we feel like it's us who we are. But we are not our minds. We are not our minds. We are not, I don't know, we are not the reality we think we're perceiving. We are so much more than that. So much more magic, so much more power, so much more mystery in it. But we have to get out of our way, and losing our mind is part of getting out of our way. You know what I mean? And I really believe that that is a possibility. Actually, for me, it's the number one choice that I have, is allowing myself to lose my mind regardless of whatever it comes up with, because I have an opportunity, because I'm the observer. Like, as the observer, it is the incredible thing is that you recognize that you feel so crazy when you allow yourself to be free again. You know, so it's like, just like when you were a child, you allowed yourself to play, or to lighten up, and all the conditional things that you've learned, you know, to somehow you've learned to judge and label certain things, right? So I'm really big on that, because it's an opportunity. When you realize that you're judging or labeling anything with, you know, I don't know, when you realize that you are judging and labeling something, you can step back and not do that. So that's really, really cool. So that's really incredible that this tool, the mind, can also do. We can observe, and we can be the awareness of awareness, you know what I mean, if you want to go that far. So how far down the rabbit hole do you want to go, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, there is an opportunity. You have to lose your mind first before you come to your senses and realize that the whole world's not against you, or that you need to defend yourself, or that you're not, you know, that you're too unique that people won't accept. It's not any of your business that anybody's going to accept you. You got a life to live. You know what I mean? You have a life to live, and it comes with this apparent risk. But when you risk, you gain. Really, let go of what people think of you, and just allow yourself to just be without judging or labeling anything that you do or anybody else does, and just get out of the way and let the mind is gonna, like, it totally goes up and down with judgments and labels. It certainly does that, especially when you observe it, and then you realize, you know what I mean, you realize that it is a crazy thing, right? It is a crazy thing, and even to admit that to yourself is like very difficult, because, you know, we've been raised to believe in our own things that everybody else gave us, basically. So we were conditioned to be who we are today, because that's what we do. We learn. It's a phenomenal thing. So we learn, and we can learn to let go, so we can change the way we think about things. So I think that's a really great possibility. And actually, I don't know, the freedom of life. Get out of that way. Get out of your way. Get away from the mind. Get away from the mind and what the mind does, because how can you, you know, we're looking at an object. You can look at objects. If you get really bored, then I think, you know, it's like, it's okay. Yeah, I guess we get bored sometimes. But being bored is like, there's so much to recognize and feel and play and be and do and have, you know, and our minds make us move. We have inspired right action to make the next choice, you know. Inspired right action will keep you away from being bored. You're inspired because you have inspiration 24/7 right there, you know what I mean? And what motivates you? What motivates you? Your low energy or high energy? And as I say all this is going to pass, because that mind is amazing. It conditions, it remembers, and it wants to protect you from something. But it's all fucked up because the way we've been kind of socialized, you know what I mean, to follow rules and to fit in and conform, because there is safety in that, and that's what our primal thing does. And so we feel much more safe, which is ironic, and at the same time you probably feel very trapped in your own self, you know, and so fucking concerned about what other people are going to think about you. This is absolutely not why you're here, and it's nobody's business what anyone thinks about you. You know what I mean? And easier said than done, but as you start to do it and allow yourself to sing your song, dance your dance, and be who you want to be, like, even if it's just in the moment, to be free. It is your choice, and it is your prerogative and your birthright to have that joy, whatever it is. I don't know. You have to lose your mind before you can come to your senses. It's just part of the journey, and when you do that, there's a lot of things that manifest, and that's the secret. Thank you so much for watching me, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'm on my way to Paris, and yeah, and I'll see you there. Much love. Have a great day. Bye bye.